Pool series. We're back here. We got our one pocket tournament going on here at WestEnd Billiards in Gastonia, North Carolina. A nice 12-man field here this weekend. We're sponsored by Paul Harrison Custom Cues, RJ Ward Crawl Professionals, Red's Debris Removal and Hauling, and Buoy's Plumbing. And this round, this matchup is a very good one. We got Mr. Hunter White. He's going to be facing Clayton Davis. It's going to be a great matchup. These are two of the better players in the tournament here. It's going to be a race to 3, alternating break, of course. This is the second round. This is the second round of the tournament. So we'll kind of see what happens here. We also got a non-ball event going on the 7-foot tables over to the right. So you'll see it's pretty crowded here today, pretty crowded. We're going to kind of see what happens between these two great players. We do got a problem with our scoreboard up in the left-hand corner. It does not appear to be working right now, so you'll just kind of have to pay attention to the match or pay attention to me to kind of keep up with the score, keep up with the ball count, and I'll do my best to keep track and not really mess up there. We are here. This is Saturday now. This is Saturday. We started last night. Had a couple matches last night. Going to run through the rest of the tournament today and kind of see what happens. I guess the players are getting ready here. I don't know. It looked like they flipped. It looked like Hunter's going to break first. Not sure where Clay went. Maybe he's just sitting off to the side. No, there he is. He's coming back. Yeah, these are two of the better one-pocket players in our area. This is definitely what I would consider to be a very solid matchup. They're probably a little disappointed they're playing each other so early in the tournament. I mean, this very easily could be a semifinal matchup. These could be two of the top 3 finishers in this tournament, along with Brian White, who's also here. I think Brian went first in the Calcutta. I think these two players might have went second and third in the Calcutta, actually. So, shows you that people do expect these guys to be here at the end. And we'll kind of see what happens. Looks like Hunter's going to break from the right side. We'll see what he lays down. This is definitely his game. I mean, I think if you were to say, what's Hunter's game? Is it 9-ball, 10-ball, or what? It would definitely be one pocket. So maybe he's slightly favored to win this match, possibly. But it is a race to 3, kind of a, not really a long race. I wouldn't really consider it a short race either. Like a race to 2 would be short. Race to 3, I don't think is really that short. Hunter does lay down a very good break. Got the 11-ball near his pocket. Clay can't see it. Clay doesn't really have any kind of shot really towards his pocket either. So going to have to start it off with some kind of safety here. Maybe try to get that 11-ball out of there. Very solid shot there by Clay. Very solid shot. Knocked the 11-ball out a little bit. Left the cue ball behind it. It's a great starting shot right there. Let's see what Hunter does. Hunter's probably just going to put the cue ball on the other side of the stack. Oh, he tries to put the cue ball in the stack. That's a pretty solid shot right there. Leave that cue ball in the stack. Can't really leave Clay any kind of shot. This is going to be a very defensive battle here, I think. Last match we had last night between Aaron and Jason was very offensive. Those guys went for almost every shot. These guys, I don't see these guys going for too many shots. They're going to play very patiently as Clay almost banks that ball in. Perfect speed. Leave it hanging in your pocket. I don't think he left Hunter any kind of shot, so Hunter might just have to make that ball for him there. Very solid shot by Clay right there. And Clay really, if it had gone in, he could have probably cut that 1 ball in as well. So Hunter's going to make that ball for him, bring the cue ball back up. That way the stack can kind of protect the 11 and the 9 still. So Clay has a 1-0 lead here in ball count here on this rack. Let's see what Clay decides to do here. I'm not really seeing much here. Maybe he just moves the 2 ball that's over there by the side pocket. Maybe he just kind of moves that out of the way. Maybe looks like exactly what he's going to try to do. Maybe leave the cue ball close to the stack. Yeah, he brings the cue ball all the way down below the 11 and the 9. Great shot. Basically trying to force Hunter to move that 11 ball. Didn't leave a bank shot. That was the 10 ball, not the 2 ball. I'm sorry. Didn't leave a shot on the 10 ball up table either. Great shot there by Clay. Let's see what Hunter decides to do. He probably just banks that 9 ball out of there. Looks like what he's going to do. Yeah, he just banks the 9 ball out. Got the cue ball. Cue ball went a little further than he was wanting. You know, he was wanting it probably to stop on the right side of that stack. Still doesn't really leave Clay a shot though. So far, a very defensive game here. We haven't really had any kind of offense yet. Clay does have a ball. See what Clay does here. Probably leave that cue ball below the 11 ball again. Looks like what he's going to try to do. Exactly. Great shot. Hunter can only hit 1 ball, and that's the 11. Can probably thin it, though, and not really move it too much. Yeah, exactly. Basically the same thing he did last shot. Again, let the cue ball get a little above the stack, though. You know, he wants that ball buried in the stack, not above the stack. But still doesn't leave Clay a shot there. You can see we have matchups going on the other two 9-foot tables here. Looks like Robbie Ward and Dean Welch playing on the second table. I can't tell who's playing on the far table. I think it's David Seeley and Jason Blackwell, the two guys that we saw lose in our first 2 matchups here on the stream table. Clay didn't get the cue ball where he wanted on that shot. You could tell by his reaction. Again, Hunter's just going to leave that cue ball in the stack. We know Hunter's game plan here apparently is to leave Clay in the stack every shot. Apparently does not want to leave Clay any kind of chance at an offensive game here. Probably a very good idea because Clay makes balls very well. Clay's not going to miss too many shots. So the best thing is probably to make sure he doesn't have a shot. He's going to take his time here. Looks like he's going to do something with the 2 balls that are up table there. I think that's really about his only option. I don't think he really has much options here. Hunter kind of laid that ball in there pretty good this time. Well, maybe Clay he can't make the 7. Maybe he's going to try to thin it somehow. Just thin it up into the stack, leave the cue ball by Hunter's pocket. Solid shot there. See what Hunter decides to do. I don't think he can bank either one of those balls. Oh, he tries a 2-rail. Gets a little fortunate roll there. Could have scratched. Cue ball hangs up though. I like that shot though. Just 2-rail that ball. You know, maybe you miss the stack and maybe you make it. Maybe it hits the stack and something goes in. Now you can see Clay looking at the stack here, seeing if anything goes, trying to read what's going to happen here. I'm not really seeing anything from my point of view, but he has a better point of view than I do. Oh, he sees something there. I don't think he kicked the ball he wanted to kick. Trying to be a little aggressive there. Guess maybe he got a little tired of playing conservative. Doesn't leave Hunter a shot though, so worked out for him. See what Hunter tries to do now. I'm probably going to try to stick Clay back in the stack again. He's pretty much tried to do that every single shot here so far of this rack. No, this time he tries to leave the cue ball under the 7. Didn't get the cue ball as far as he was wanting. Clay might be able to try to bank that 1 ball over there. I think it's the 1 ball, or is it the 9 ball? The ball that's off to the right there. Clay might be able to try to bank that and can maybe leave the cue ball below the 7 again, maybe. No, he's just going to... Let's see what he tries to do here. Yeah, he's just going to try to clear Hunter's pocket a little bit. Not a bad move. Never a bad move to clear your opponent's pocket. Always a very solid strategy play. Looks like Hunter's just going to thin that ball, leave the cue ball underneath though. I thought he would try to bring the cue ball around to the other side of the stack. You can see the players kind of switching up what they're doing now that the stack has been broken up a little bit. Clay tries to clear the pocket a little bit more. Starting to get the balls away from Hunter's pocket. Hunter doesn't have nearly as many balls near his pocket now. And there he goes, putting the cue ball back in the stack. Pretty solid shot right there. Clay's got to know what to do from the stack after this match, I tell you that. Hunter's just leaving him in there every single shot. Not sure what Clay's got here. It's getting a little harder for him, I believe. He's going to start needing to get some balls towards his pocket. Luckily, he doesn't leave Hunter a shot. Still hasn't left Hunter a shot yet. I believe both these guys are playing in the non-ball tournament as well on the 7-foot, so they're going to have a busy day. All right, so it looks like Clay's just going to... Well, look at that. Great kick shot. Two-rail kick there. I wasn't sure if he was going to hit a ball or not. I was going to say maybe he's just taking a foul there. He is up 1-0. Like I said, our scoreboard up in the left corner is not working right now. Technical difficulties, you know. Wouldn't be fun if we didn't have some kind of problem throughout the weekend. All right, so Hunter just thins the ball. I think he wanted the cue ball to come up maybe a little bit more. I think he left Clay where he can probably clear a ball or two. That's exactly what he did. He cleared 2 balls. Actually made a ball in the side pocket. Gonna have to spot that up. That's probably a good it's probably a good bank combo to remember for when you're playing the non-ball over there. All right, so let's see what Hunter's got here. Let's see. Obviously, my guess is thin a ball, leave the cue ball on the other side of the stack. Hey, look at that. Exactly what he did. It's actually getting kind of impressive how he keeps getting that ball over there. I think maybe he left Clay, maybe a teaser here on this ball, maybe on this cross bank. Clay's definitely looking at it. Maybe just bank it, though, and stop it, the cue ball. No, he just thins the 8 ball. I guess he couldn't see that ball. Just thins the 8, leaves the cue ball on the bottom rail. This is some old-fashioned one pocket right here. This is how one pocket should be played. Nice and slow. You know, here we are, been playing for 10 minutes, only made 1 ball. Nobody's even gone for a ball, really. This to me is fun to watch. Not to say that the other matches weren't fun, but this one is some old-fashioned. This is how the game should be played. Love Clay up there hanging in that pocket again. Good pocket speed there by Hunter. Let's see what Clay does here. I mean, he can see every ball over there near Hunter's pocket, so looks like he's jacked up a little bit here. Not the result that he was wanting. Kind of got a double kiss there on the cue ball. Unfortunate roll there. Going to leave Hunter a shot. For the first time in this match, Hunter has a shot. Let's see what he can do here. Might be able to run a couple here. I mean, maybe. Maybe at least 2, maybe. I think he can come for the 4 ball. Nah, he's not going to get the 4 ball. He was wanting to go between the 4 and the 3. Didn't quite get there. He is on the board, though. Does have 1 now. Oh, there he goes. Trying to be a little offensive there for the first time. Really trying to bank the 8 ball. Came up a little short. Left the cue ball in the stack, though. I think that was his main goal. I don't think he was really too worried about making that ball, actually. Clay just banks that ball out of there. Smart play. Smart play. Keep balls away from your opponent's pocket. See if Hunter can find a shot here or if he just plays some kind of safe again. Neither player's really been aggressive at all so far. They're both just kind of taking what the table gives them as well, I guess you could say. Hunter just leaves the ball on the bottom rail down here. Clay might be able to try to bank the 6 ball. I think the 2 might be in the way. He's just going to clear out the stack a little bit, it looks like. Maybe just hit the ball that's at the bottom of the stack there and leave the cue ball right there maybe. Nah, he just moves all of them. He said it's time to rearrange the table a little bit. Smart play, and he got the cue ball back on the bottom rail to make it tough on Hunter. Great shot. All right, so Hunter basically just kind of does the same thing. Just kind of moves 2 balls away from Clay's side of the table. All the balls are starting to get up table now. Maybe now we might start seeing a little bit of offense here. Looks like Clay might go for this ball maybe. Oh, he did go for that ball. Oh, he's going to hit it good. Oh, he hit it really good. Great shot. Great bank shot. Perfect speed. And if it had hung up, it would have been sitting right there in the pocket. Clay now has 2. Let's see what ball he goes for here. Does he go for the 8 ball? I think the 8 ball is the ball you go for here. I mean, you got maybe the 6 ball. Yeah, he's looking at the 8. He's kind of looking to see what happens if he misses, but he's going to leave Hunter, which I don't think will really be anything, really. Of course, you won't really be able to protect this ball if you do miss. Clay does make it. Perfect speed. Comes back out for the next ball. Like we said, Clay's probably not going to miss too many shots that he goes for. This could be a good little run right here. I'm not seeing much after this ball, though. He saw something, though. He looks like he's got an idea. He's definitely taking his time before he shoots it. You got to like that. Don't want to rush it and miss. Does make it. Oh, he did bring the cue ball over there. I think he got there for the 4. Good shot. Bounce off a couple balls. You know, could say he got a little fortunate, but that's exactly, I think, where he was wanting pretty much. Looks like he might choose to go for the 11 ball. I think that might be the smarter play, honestly. Doesn't really leave you anything if you make it. Kind of ends your run, but I think it's the safer shot. He's looking at the 4 ball still, though. Which, if you go for the 4, I think maybe you can bring the cue ball up table if you can avoid the 3. Oh, good shot. Another good shot. Cue ball is going to end up a little close to the 6 there. Clay now has 5. Clay now has 5 to Hunter's 1. This is still the first rack. Clay's looking at a bank shot here. Probably leave the cue ball sitting right there so you don't really give up a shot. I think he kind of bumped that 7 with his cue. Hunter said it's okay, just leave it there. Didn't really affect it any. We're not playing all ball fouls here. Yeah, he let the cue ball sneak out a little bit. He was wanting that cue ball to stay behind the 2. Still not a bad shot. He's up 5 balls to 1 here. Remember, it's Hunter's break. I mean, if Clay can win this rack and jump off with a win on Hunter's break, that's pretty huge because then Clay will be breaking next. Remember, it is alternating break here, which most one-pocket matches are, whether it's tournament or gambling. Pretty much everybody plays alternate break. Hunter does make that ball. Now Hunter's probably going to go on a big run. We saw so many defensive shots, and now we might see 2 decent runs in a row here. Hunter does make that one as well. Nice speed. Let's see what he does here. Let's see what he gets here. Does he come back and try to get the 7 ball? Yeah, that's exactly what he tried to do. I think he came up a little short. Probably going to choose to bank the 5. Hunter's great at banking. I mean, if we ever do a banks tournament, if the pool series ever does a banks tournament, I expect Hunter to do pretty well. Looks like Hunter now tapped a ball with his hand, maybe. Clay said, let it be. Again, not all ball fouls. Oh, good cross bank there. I told you he's a good banker. What did I just tell you? I just told you he's a good banker, and he makes a solid cross bank there. 5-5 now here in this rack. 5-5. Now we're going to probably play a little safety here with the 7, put it up there with the rest of them. All 5 balls remaining are up table. It's 5-5. Basically just a race to 3 now. See what Clay decides to do. Now comes a question of how offensive do you want to be? Because at any moment somebody can make some kind of crazy bank. So it kind of becomes, do you want to play super aggressive? Do you want to play super defensive? What exactly do you want to do here at this point? Looks like Clay chooses to play a little defensive here. Going to try to extend this game out. I don't blame him. I think that's the way to go with how the balls are. Hunter's probably going to do almost the same exact shot, I figure. Hunter's actually just going to leave the cue ball up table. He did not try to get the cue ball back down table. Clay's probably just going to thin that ball, I would imagine, and bring the cue ball back down table. Exactly. See what Hunter elects to do now. This is where you got to be a very smart player here when all the balls are up there and it's late in the rack. You can see both players just kind of waiting for a ball to get loose where they can do something with it. As of right now, it's just kind of tap, tap, tap up there. Oh, Clay makes the 2. There you go. See, now he found out something to do. He makes the 2, leaves the cue ball behind those other balls. Hunter can't do nothing with that ball at the bottom of the table now. Clay just elected to spot a ball instead of waiting for the 2 to come down through the track. Hunter's going to just bank a ball, leave the cue ball behind those 2 balls. Now all of a sudden the balls are starting to move again. It's crazy how quickly the layout can change in one pocket. I mean, we saw where they had the stack just put together for the longest time, and then all of a sudden the balls moved. Then they all got up table, and now you see it where now they're all starting to move back down table. It's just crazy. It's, when you see 2 good players like this playing, it's fun to watch. It's fun to see how they're moving the balls around. Hunter makes that ball. He wasn't wanting to make that ball, but did leave the cue ball at the bottom rail like he was wanting. Might have left Clay a bank shot on this ball, though. Clay might be able to bank this ball down. It would not surprise me if he goes for it. I think you're supposed to go for this one. But don't take my advice. I'm sitting behind the microphone for a reason. These 2 guys are playing because they know what they're doing. I just sit back here and talk like I know what I'm doing and try to entertain you guys and, make sure it's not, complete silence here. All right, let's see if he goes for it here. He did go for it. Didn't quite get it. Hit it pretty firm. I think he might actually, no, I was going to say it might go up there, but it hangs in the pocket. I think now he left Hunter a bank shot here on this ball in the middle. Let's see if he's going to hit it more pocket speed. He might have actually made that ball. He did make that ball. Great bank shot. Maybe can he cut the 7 ball down the rail there maybe? Hunter now has 6, by the way. Again, our scoreboard there has a little malfunction right now. We're trying to get it fixed. Hunter didn't quite cut that down. I think maybe he was scared of the scratch. Maybe it was pretty close to that side pocket there. Clay should be able to get this out of there pretty simple. See if he decides to come underneath it and kick at it, maybe. Let's see if that's what he elects to do. See if he elects to come underneath it and kick it out of there. Maybe kick it up there to where the 6 ball is and try to mess up the 6 maybe. Nah, Clay's looking at just leaving the cue ball over there to where Hunter can't cut that 7 in. I mean, this is kind of a key shot right here. This could be the biggest shot of the rack so far, actually. Now he just banks it out of there. Needs it to stay in the way of the 6 ball. I think it might have came a little tiny bit too far. I think Hunter can bank this 6. Ooh, not a very good bank shot that time by Hunter. I thought that he would get that down there near his pocket somewhere, but he just kind of just left it up there near up table there. That was a little surprising. I thought we would see something. I thought we would see something there. All right, Clay elects just to kind of play safe again here. Leave the cue ball on the bottom rail. Hunter's pretty much going to do the exact same thing. Like I said, neither player is going to play that aggressive, knowing that at any moment one of these guys can. Both these guys are good enough to run 8 balls. So you don't really want to make too big of a mistake. Oh, Clay does elect to go. What a shot. He's a little in the way. Obviously, he's going to miss it because Hunter's coming to the table. But that's really close there. That was a very good shot, man. I like that. Hunter kicks that ball out of there, leaves the cue ball there. Hit it very perfect speed, perfect English to leave that cue ball there. That's one thing that's impressive about these guys. They can kick balls like that and leave the cue ball stuck right there. Clay's going to separate the 1 and the 6 that were clumped together there. Once again, not really leaving Hunter a shot. Maybe he can try something crazy, but I doubt it. Yeah, just gonna thin it, leave the cue ball on the other side of the table. Neither player's in too big of a hurry here. Clay might have let the cue ball get away a little bit there. Hunter might try something here, maybe on the 7 or the 1. He's looking at just bringing the cue ball back around on the 6 maybe. You saw him kind of point there. Oh, he banks the 7. Drilled it. Wow. Not sure if Clay thought it was going to go in. Clay was kind of already walking as if it wasn't going to go. I didn't think it had the speed. That was a great shot, though. I mean, that's the shot of the rack so far. Well, then, of course, if he makes that one, too. Jeez. What a great out by Hunter White there, ladies and gentlemen. 2 amazing bank shots there to win that rack. 8-5. That was very impressive right there. Very strong, those last 2 bank shots. Very fun rack to watch. Both players were very patient. Both players took their time. Neither player was in a hurry. A lot of safeties, a lot of maneuvering the balls around. That was very fun to watch right there. And it ended with 2 amazing shots there by Hunter. 2 great bank shots. So while Clay goes to rack here, we'll thank our sponsors for the pool series 1 pocket event at WestEnd Billiards, Paul Harrison Custom Cues, RJ Ward Crawl Professionals, Red's Debris Removal and Hauling, and Buoy's Plumbing. We appreciate you guys for sponsoring us this weekend. It's pretty great event going on. The first 1 pocket event that the pool series is doing, and only the second event overall. You can check out our YouTube page, the pool series, to watch former matches, and also make sure to like our Facebook to watch live matches as we do more events in the future. All right, so Clay is going to break from the same side that Hunter broke from, so we're going to switch pockets this rack. Clay's going to lay down a pretty good break also, threw 2 balls over towards his pocket, left a cue ball on the other side of the stack. Remember, it is a race to 3. Hunter's up 1 game to 0, alternating break, so Clay would probably really like to win this game. That way, tied up at 1. You don't really want to be down 0-2 with Hunter's break next. But this is definitely, like I said, this is probably 2 of the top 3 players in this tournament, and that first rack definitely uh, lived up to the hype. You could definitely tell that these guys know what they're doing. Hunter just decides to bank into the stack there, threw a ball towards his pocket, leaves the cue ball up table. I'm not sure if he really left Clay a shot. I'm not sure if Clay can see that 5. What a good shot, man. Hunter's definitely bringing it in this match. He's bringing his A game. Both players are bringing their A game, really. I mean, Clay's playing pretty solid as well. He didn't make any mistakes that first rack. I mean, the only mistake you can say he made was he left Hunter a bank shot there at the end. But, I mean, you know, how often is Hunter going to make that one? I mean, even as good as he is, I feel like that's still not that high of a percentage of a bank. So let's see what Clay does here. Probably going to move that ball away from the pocket. Exactly. And leave the cue ball in the stack. He's going to take Hunter's game plan from the first rack where it was leave the cue in the stack. I like it. I like it. It's good. Hunter's looking at maybe some kind of bank here, some kind of combo bank here. Looks like maybe he's ready to start being a little more offensive here now. He did make 2 solid banks in that last rack, so he probably feeling pretty good about his bank shots here. He does try to bank it, banks it into the stack. Pretty much the same thing he just did. Oh, now we got again, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. I'm so sorry, people. We'll kind of see, we'll get us back to the game here in a second. There we go. All right, now we're back to the game. So sorry about that. It looks like we're still trying to fix our scoreboard up there in the left-hand corner. Like I said, it's not fun unless we have, technical difficulties. But hey, if we can get you a scoreboard, maybe you'll understand for a slight inconvenience there. So let's see what Clay does here. See if he leaves that cue ball in the stack again. No, he tried to thin that ball, I think, and wanted to leave the cue ball below the 3. I don't think he got the cue ball as low as he was wanting. Might have left Hunter another bank shot here, some kind of bank shot. There we go. Looks like we might be getting some kind of scoreboard here. It's not quite, uh, not quite as good as it was last night. Hunter, well, banks that ball. I think it kind of tapped the 3 a little bit, but still very solid bank shot. Very solid. He's up 1-0 here in ball count this rack. Does make that ball. Here comes another bank shot here. Maybe Hunter's starting to feel it a little bit now. Makes that one as well. Nice little 3-ball run here. Not sure exactly what's going on up there with the with the scoreboard. Hunter just lays low there, just plays a little safe. Not bad. Leaves the cue ball here on the bottom rail. It looks like maybe now we got some kind of scoreboard up there. Let's hope, for the viewer's sake that we have a scoreboard. It's a lot easier to follow along, if you got a scoreboard, because maybe you're not really 100% paying attention to me. Maybe you're not really even got the volume on, or maybe I miscount. You never know. All right, let's see what Clay does here. Maybe thin a ball, leave the cue ball in the stack. Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing there. That seems to be kind of these guys. That seems to be these guys' game plan, really. Seems to be how they both play. These guys do play a lot. They definitely spar a lot. Looks like Hunter basically just kind of did the same thing almost. Clay's just going to clear a ball off the stack now. Looks like we got somewhat of a scoreboard now. At least you know the game count. Not sure if we have a ball count yet. Hunter just banks a ball down there towards his pocket. I think the stack might have gotten in the way there. Clay might not be able to see that ball to get it out of there. I think that was Hunter's plan, really, because he could have got that ball a little closer to his pocket. Clay might be going for this ball here. Seems like it's pretty close to the side pocket. Oh, it doesn't quite make it. I think he's happy with where the cue ball is, though. I think he's happy with it. I think he's happy. I'm not sure. I feel like he left Hunter a shot, though. I feel like Hunter can make that top ball there. What is that, the 4? Looks like that's what he's going for, that's for sure. Oh, he doesn't make it. He overcut it. I think maybe he was a little worried about where the next ball was or what the next ball was. Kind of the first, really, that was the first ball we've really seen missed by both players, really. I mean, Clay missing the shot and then Hunter missing the shot. Now Clay does have a shot here. Does make that one. Going to bring the cue ball over. Perfect speed. Maybe wanted a little more up or maybe a little more off the rail. Still, that was a pretty solid shot right there. He's on the board this game here. 3-1 is the game. I guess we don't have the ball count. I guess the scoreboard's still under still working on the scoreboard up there. Clay does make that ball. Clay really has not missed a shot. I mean, he missed that one shot there a minute ago, but first track he made every shot he went for. Like I said, he's not going to miss too many shot attempts. Makes another one there. That makes it 3-3. He had the lead in the first rack. See if he can take the lead here. I mean, honestly, it would not surprise me at all if he just runs 5 more and ends this rack. He definitely has the capability. Out of all the players in this field, this 12-player field, I think he would be most likely to run 8 and out of all the players. As we just see him make another ball, puts him at 4. Probably wanted a little bit more angle here. Might have even wanted the cue ball a little over more for the 8 ball. He's got the 14 though, which is just fine. Does make the 14, brings the cue ball over. Did the 1 ball get him just a little bit? Yeah, I think the 1 ball might have got him just a tiny bit there from playing the 8 ball. If he could have played the 8 ball there, I definitely think he was out. But he's at 5 right now. Can Cross bank this ball? No, I guess he couldn't quite see enough of it to cross bank it. Just banks it over away from Hunter's pocket, leaves the cue ball on the bottom rail. Another solid safety play there. Now there's a little bit of pressure on Hunter here now. Clay's proven if you leave him a shot, he's going to run. Hunter just kind of breaks open the stack there, leaves the cue ball close to the bottom rail. Seems to be the game plan. If they can leave it in the stack, they leave it in the stack. Once the stack gets broken, you leave the cue ball on the bottom rail. That seems to be how both these guys are playing. They have very similar game plans, I feel like. Maybe it's because they know each other so well. Maybe it's because they play each other a lot. Maybe that's why. We'll have to see how they play against other players in this tournament to see if they continue with the same strategy. All right, so Hunter banking a ball towards his pocket there. Pretty good speed. Going to come up a little short, but Clay's going to have to waste a shot here to clear it away. And that's what you want. You want your opponent just waste shots by just clearing balls. You don't want them to to be firing at their pocket. See where Clay banks it to here. Probably he lets the cue ball go up the table a little bit. Kind of surprised by that. I felt like he would have wanted to keep that near the bottom rail. All right, so Hunter tries to bank a ball towards his pocket. I think he hit it, a lot harder than he was wanting. I don't think he got the cue ball where he wanted either. All right, so Clay's shot. Looks like he walked away from the table for a moment there. Here he comes back now. Let's see what he does here. He needs to probably put a ball near his pocket. Just kind of leaves the cue ball on the bottom rail as we keep seeing these players do over and over again. Oh, Hunter's looking at something here. I'm not sure what he's looking at. Maybe a 3-rail on that ball? I feel like that's, I don't know. This would be a pretty crazy shot here. That's exactly what he tried. He hit it pretty good. Might have blocked Clay from seeing it. Clay might have to kick at this ball here. Looks like they're trying to fix the TV or something here above the table. Yeah, Clay did kick that ball out of there. See if Hunter tries to put this one towards his pocket again. He seems to like these back cut banks. No, he just hits it up table, leaves the cue ball on the bottom rail. Kind of floated out more than he was wanting though. That cue ball is not really close to the rail. Looks like Clay's just going to move one of the balls there near the side pocket. Leave the cue ball directly behind the 8-ball. Good shot there. Now Hunter's only got one option here. Hunter's looking at maybe kicking at this ball actually. No, he did thin it and then just put it right back in the same spot. Great touch right there. Great touch. See if Clay's only got one option. That's hit the 8-ball. So not sure exactly what he's got. Maybe he tries to kick at it. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's what he's trying here. He's gonna try to kick at it. Yeah, he kicks at it there. Did hit it hard enough to hit a rail. Good shot. And once again, all the balls are up table. You see that between these two players. Like, once the stack gets broken up, their goal is just to get every ball up table. That seems to be the strategy. Clay's up 5-3 here in this rack. We do got the game counter up there on the scoreboard. Just don't have the ball counter. We're still working on that. We'll hopefully have it fixed by next matchup here. Clay trying to bank. Oh, if the cue ball stays behind, nah, I think it might have came out. I think Hunter might be able to see this ball. If not, Hunter can play the 8-ball. Cue ball's pretty close to it. If you miss it, it does leave Clay a shot. Looks like he is going to go for the 8-ball, though. Oh, I think he missed. He missed it. Yeah, he did miss it. I think maybe he was too concerned about the cue ball. Didn't look like he really took his time. If you notice, Clay really takes his time on his shots. Let's see. Clay's probably going to try to cut this ball over. That's exactly what he did. Didn't get it there. Got the cue ball up table, though. It's a pretty safe shot right there. Don't leave Hunter anything really to shoot at. Hunter just banks it up table, leaves the cue ball close to Clay's pocket. Not a bad shot. See what Clay has now. Remember, Clay has 5 balls. Hunter has 3. Oh, Clay followed it in. You know, he wasn't wanting that. It's our first foul of this match. So Clay's going to spot that ball plus one of his own. So it's a 4-3 score now, Clay. And Hunter with ball in hand up there in the behind the line. And I don't know, Clay maybe can't find his ball. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing here. Oh, maybe a ball got stuck. A ball might have gotten stuck. That looks like what the problem was. Looks like one of the balls got stuck in the pocket. Sometimes this happens, you know. Sometimes maybe a piece of chalk gets stuck, or maybe like a piece of dirt or something. It happens. Kind of disrupts the momentum of the game here, though. Really sucks for Clay because he's coming off of a scratch. So, you know, it's probably giving him a moment to think about it. Looks like it still hasn't came out yet. No, it looks like it did come out now. Hunter almost picked up the wrong ball there. I think Clay had to tell him. All right, so now here we go. Now Hunter has ball in hand behind the line. Doesn't really have a shot. Gonna have to try to bank the 5 ball, which he has proven that he can make the banks. Let's see if he can make it here. It's 4-3 ball count wise. Clay's up. Yeah, Hunter fired that ball right in. Nice speed. Got a fortunate roll there to get a shot on the 1 ball. I mean, I know that's what he was going for. Still, you know, when it tapped it, it could have gone anywhere. Let's see. Hunter has not shot the ball too well, though. He did make that one. Okay, he did make that one. I was going to say, we've seen him miss a couple balls like that, so he got that one. Now it looks like he might have another bank, or it looks like he's going to go for the 2 balls that are down there. I figured he would go for the one that's right up there, but he's going for a cross bank here. Not going to quite get that one, but going to leave it near his pocket, leave the cue ball way up table. Clay's a little jacked up as well. Hunter now has a 5-4 ball count lead. Clay tries to back cut that. Ooh, unfortunate there to make Hunter's ball. You know, he was just wanting to clear it. Wasn't a bad idea, just kind of an unfortunate outcome there. Puts Hunter 6-4 now. Let's see what he's got here. Kind of back-to-back unfortunate shots for him, really. The scratch and then making one of Hunter's balls. Sometimes these matches come down to just 1 or 2 little rolls like that. Like that scratch, you know, the cue ball could have held up. He maybe didn't have to make Hunter's ball there. Could have, you know, rattled and went somewhere. Clay with a great. Oh, I thought it was going to end up a lot closer. Almost made that bank shot. Left Hunter a shot, though. Hunter only needing 2 balls here. This is almost a freebie here, I feel like. I feel like there's almost no pressure on this ball here. Oh, Hunter, not even close. I guess he was thinking about the cue ball a little bit. I think he was thinking about the leave a little bit. I felt like he would have just made that ball. Clay hit that bank shot hard. That's the first bank shot that we have seen hit hard in this match. Both players really, when they do have a shot at a bank, they've hit it pretty good pocket speed. Speaking of pocket speed, Hunter hits that one pretty perfect there. Hunter now only needs one ball to take a 2-game-to-0 lead here. Again, I feel like no pressure on this shot here. You just make this ball. You're not going to leave Clay a shot. I think you just make this ball. Don't worry about anything else. He comes up short. He's still focused on the leave. It's like he is very scared to leave Clay anything if he misses. Which I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But still, I felt like that's a shot right there that you have to make. Needed to go ahead and end the game right here. Might have got a, left the cue ball in a good spot though. Still, I don't like that. I like just making that ball, like just going all out and making it. Does kick that ball out of there. Good shot. Gonna leave a bank opportunity here. But that was probably the best you could have done on that shot right there. Pretty decent pocket speed. Gonna leave it on the bottom rail. Not really gonna give up anything. It looks like he's gonna try to kick this ball towards his pocket. Oh, I don't think he hit it. I don't think he hit it. I like that idea though. I do like that idea. So now he spots a ball. It's 7-3 now. Hunter's ball count lead. Oh, was that a 2-rail attempt there? It's gonna bounce up enough to leave Clay a shot. I did not like that at all from Hunter. Did not like that at all. Clay fires that ball in. What an unfortunate scratch right there. Gonna concede that ball. Hunter only needed one. What a very unlucky scratch. He cleared the pocket, makes the ball. Cue ball somehow rolls and just goes ever so softly in the side pocket there. Wow. That is just insane scratch right there. Gives Hunter a 2-game-to-0 lead, and it will be his break coming up as we thank our sponsors for the Pool Series One Pocket event at WestEnd Billiards. Paul Harrison Custom Cues, RJ Ward Crawl Professionals, Red's Debris Removal and Hauling, and Buoy's Plumbing. Thank you so much, guys. Hunter's going to break from the right side again. So all 3 racks so far, the player has broken from the right side. So once again, we'll be changing up pockets. Another pretty solid break there from Hunter. Has a couple balls on his side. Doesn't really leave Clay a shot. Wasn't quite as good as his first break, though, I don't think. Clay was able to just bank that ball into the stack and push some balls towards his pocket. Very solid shot right there. And now the game begins where I'm imagining we're just going to put the ball in the stack. No, you didn't quite put that one in the stack. Just put it kind of below the stack there. I imagine Clay just probably banks that ball. Was that the 2 ball and leaves the cue ball right there maybe? Maybe rolls it up a tiny bit, frees it to that bottom ball. I don't see him trying anything crazy here. Now he rolls forward with it. He rolls forward with it, tries to get it to come back into the stack. Not a bad shot. Protects his pocket. Still has a couple balls over there on his side. Definitely got out of the break already. I mean, Hunter laid down a pretty solid break. Now Hunter's going to leave him a shot. Let's see what Clay can do here. In his mind, he's probably already thinking about making 4 or 5 balls here, if not more than that. Going on a good little run here. Putting a lot of pressure on Hunter. Makes that ball. Needs the cue ball. Cue ball does come around the stack here for the 1. I mean, if you look at this layout and look at who's shooting, you would think this guy broke, but really Hunter broke, and Clay's gotten out of it very quickly. Makes that ball almost scratching the side. Starting to get a couple bad rolls here. I think he ended up straight in on that 7. I don't think that's what he was wanting. Now he's kind of looking to see what he has. Maybe a bank shot next. Maybe seeing if he would leave Hunter a shot if he misses this ball. Maybe looking at the stack to see if he can just fire at something here instead of going for the 7. And maybe that 4 ball does go. I can't quite tell, but maybe it does. Maybe that's what he's going to try here. Now it looks like he's just going to try the 7. That's exactly what he tried. Good shot there. Now let's see if he ducks and plays safe, or if he attempts to bank that 2 ball maybe. Now he's just going to duck and play safe here. Thins the ball, puts it in the stack. Just so we've seen both these players do dozens of times so far here in this matchup. Hunter's turn to thin it. Tried to leave it in the stack. He kind of rolled off a little bit there. Clay bakes the balls. Clay gets the balls off of Hunter's side there and left the cue ball in the bottom rail. Pretty solid. We're seeing both these players go back into, conservative mode here. Clay with a 3-0 ball count lead here right now. I don't know what happened there. Did he foul? I guess he fouled somehow. We didn't quite get to see what happened. Or no, yeah, he did foul. I don't know exactly what happened there. I don't know what he did. Maybe he double hit it, or maybe nothing hit a rail. I'm not exactly sure. He was kind of blocking our view just a tiny bit. All right, so Hunter attempts a bank on the 9. Doesn't quite get it. Kind of hit it a little harder than he was wanting. Still not a bad shot. Pretty solid bank attempt right there. I think he might have left Hunter to where he can see it. We've seen him make a few of these bank shots so far. Kind of got to jack up a little bit on this one, it looks like, to avoid the scratch. Oh, he tries to play it off the stack. Oh, wow. I like that. I like that a lot. Opens up the stack a little bit. I do like that. That's a pretty smart shot. That's what makes these guys such great players here. Of course, Clay comes out with a pretty good shot there to move 2 balls away from Hunter's pocket. Again, gave up a bank attempt, though, if he wants to go for it. He's looking at it, because I feel like if you go for this one and don't make it, you might end up leaving a shot. No, he goes for it. Ooh, gonna miss it. That's really one of the first ones we have seen him miss like that. But good speed. Loved it hanging in the pocket. Clay with a good shot right there. I think he's wanting the cue ball to come over a little bit more. Now I think he's just going to bank this ball in, or kick this ball in. I'm sorry. Oh, not going to quite get it. Oh, no. I think he's going to owe a ball here now. And leaving Hunter with a hanger. This might be Hunter's best run coming up here. believe he needs, what, 7 balls? We knew eventually I'd lose track without the scoreboard up there. Oh, there's one. And he busts into the stack a little bit. Kind of open it up, help him run some here. He's definitely thinking about game over here. He's definitely thinking about running the rest of them out for the win. You can tell that's how he's playing. You can tell that's his thought process here. I'm gonna bump that ball. He was not. He was wanting to come around and play that ball. So this is kind of messing up his strategy here a little bit here. Oh, solid cut shot. We have seen him miss a couple balls, so it's not necessarily, we don't need to write this game over with yet. That's 4. Cue ball came a little bit further than he was wanting. He keeps getting out of line a little bit here. What's that? He's made 4 now, I believe. Oh, great bank shot. That's 5. I think he needs 2 more, I believe. Because I think he had 1 to start with, or did he have 0? Oh, great. A lot of follow on that ball to come around. That's 6. 7. Yeah, he did need all 8, I believe. I guess he needed all 8. Yeah. Because, yeah, it was 3-0 Clay. That's right. And Hunter just makes it great out. Great 8-ball out. We saw 2 solid outs by Hunter this match. The first game with 2 amazing bank shots. This time with 8-ball run. Very impressive. Great gameplay by both players, really. Clay also played great. Sadly, he will be going to the loser side now. It is double elimination. Hunter will continue on, be playing in the Final Four, the winner's side. I'm sure we'll have that match on the live stream table here at some point. And yeah, there'll be a couple other good matchups here. We still got some good players left in this tournament. There's a race to 3 on both sides, so got a lot of gameplay left to be done today. We will be finishing up today, and we thank you all for watching. Thank you all for attending the event also. And definitely make sure to check out the YouTube page to watch 4 more matches. Check out the Facebook page, the pool series, to watch live coverage of our events in the future. And we'd also like to thank our sponsors for this One Pocket tournament here at WestEnd Billiards. And our sponsors were Paul Harrison Custom Cues, RJ Ward Crawl Professionals. RJ Ward, the owner of that company, by the way, Robbie Ward, is playing there on the second table. He is playing in this tournament. So I do need to give a shout out to him. We should have put him on the stream table at some point. I do believe he is on the winner's side there as he's playing Dean Welch. Also, Red's Debris Removal and Hauling and Buoy's Plumbing. We appreciate all 4 of you guys being a sponsor for this awesome One Pocket event. And yeah, we'll kind of see what happens. We'll have a match coming up again here very shortly, as it looks like it's going to be Aaron McClure again as he's practicing on this table. So looks like it might be him. Clay's talking to him. So we'll kind of see what happens here. The rest of the field, we got some good matches coming up, like I said. That last matchup was great. Hunter White, Clay Davis. They put on a show. Hunter won 3-0. I definitely think they could be playing again. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think they could be playing again. I think Clay can come through the loser side. I think both those guys could still be in it towards the end. They are 2 of the better One Pocket players in this area. So we will see what happens. And again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.